Alright, good evening everybody. I just finished up 6 more Napoleonic Bavarians. Well, I guess 6.5 because I still got to paint the horse for this commander. But I figured I'd just do a little video here kind of showing them. I'm happy with how these guys came out, especially this commander. I got really good transition on his back there, going from that real dark blue up to that kind of baby blue that they have on the yellow too. His face turned out okay. He's kind of got like a derpy eye, just kind of part of the sculpt. You can kind of see it there. He's kind of got the Rocky one look to him, if you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with these guys. There you can see there's one of the grenadiers. Tried something different with the pants. It's not coming out really good on camera, but I kind of basically went from a bright ivory to a pure white. And I really want to just keep the pants clean. And it's probably not historically accurate, but there's just something about the white pants that just stick out. And it helps them stick out from the shoulder straps, I've noticed too. So yeah, that's what I did with them. When I base them, I think I'll base them with some weathering pigments and give them a little bit of weathering that way. And I just realized I didn't paint his grenadier plume, so I gotta do that. But yeah, these guys weren't too bad to paint. This little bit of trim here was a bit of a pain, and on the Perry sculpts, it's not even on there. You kind of just gotta add it in by hand. It's on here over here a little bit, but yeah, you kind of gotta fake the funk. Yeah, one of the downsides of metal sculpts like these 3D printed ones, you know you're always going to get the, you know, as long as you're printing with the same settings, you're going to get the same quality. But every once in a while with metal sculpts, you can get a miscast or something. But you can't complain too much with the Perry miniatures. Yeah, it's a Perry miniature commander. I'll show this one too. It's another one of the Perrys. I didn't do him this time, but yeah, there's another one of those Perrys. Pretty happy with how he came out. As you can see, I did the pants a little bit different. I mean, you're not going to be able to tell on the board that I painted them different, but yeah, I just did a much less transition on that one. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to base these guys. I want to base them in a way where, you know, I can play sharp and a larger scale game. So starting off with sharp just so I can get some games in, but I want to go to a larger scale game eventually down the road. This is kind of like a passion project for me. You know, I want to do basically a display quality army, and that's kind of what these guys are going to be, you know. So starting off with sharp practice, so I'm going to have to do, you know, some type of trays or something. I just printed out some more 6mm French light infantry, so I'll be doing a video on those eventually. But yeah, it's down the road a little bit. Here's some, I guess I could show off some of these tiny guys. Yeah, some French light infantry, 6mm. Not sure what rules I'm going to use for those. Probably black powder just because I have it. But yeah, that's the video. Up next for me is obviously the 6mm French and then this horse. I'm excited to work on him because I want to try something a little bit different for painting the fur on these flat parts. Been seeing some videos of people just doing tiny brush strokes to make it look like fur, and I'm going to do that. I'm excited. All right, that's it for me. If you guys liked it, please leave me a like, subscribe, and a comment. I definitely like reading the comments. If you can think of the best way for me to base these, it would definitely be helpful. Because what I don't want to do is have like movement trays that are so big I can't really have an effective frontage for something like black powder, if that makes sense. So I'm thinking if I can get 20 mil movement trays that don't have huge gaps in between each individual base, that'd be best. But even then, I'm still going to have larger than 20 mil frontage for the movement tray, if that makes sense. And I'm trying to avoid that. I haven't figured out a good way to do it. So yeah, until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.